I feel like one of the biggest ways us men, we, where we get it wrong with women is by trying to play it safe. And what I mean by that is I was the type of guy to where, the more beautiful a girl look, or if it was the only woman I'm dealing with, I didn't want to take no risk. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to make any mistakes. I was trying to come off like I was the most perfect dude. And in return, every single time I got back nothing. I got back disrespect. I got back no cooperation. I got back, not being satisfied, being more miserable. I got back wanting to chase her. What we do with women is we put them on a pedestal and we feel like we don't want to rock the boat, because if we rock the boat, what are we fearing? We have fear of loss at that point. We have fear of loss. So we feel like, okay, if I try to go for what I want with this woman, and if she pushes back, then, I ain't gonna never be able to be with her. So let me be on my best behavior like a little schoolboy and like a little wimp. Let me be on my best behavior, and maybe I can go in from that route, which is the wrong way to go. Because us as men, what you got to understand is a woman already knows if she likes you. So there's no need of playing this, I'm gonna play it safe. A lot of times we really think women don't know what's going on. A woman already knows if you're talking to her, you most likely want to get in her pants. She knows that. That's not no secret. But I think in my head, for so many years, I would try to act like it was a secret. Like, I don't want her to know that I really want to get it in with her. So let me just play it safe. I ain't gonna really rock the boat. I'm not gonna, try her up sexually. I'm not gonna really say what I mean. I'm not gonna stand up for myself. And what happens is you get stepped on. You get no text back. You get the friend zone speech. That's what happens. Because that's what happened to me every single time. Right? When I was playing it safe, what's going on is you're really over pursuing, right? Because you're trying to think about, man, what is the right time to call her? Dang, when should I text her? She's always on your mind. You're trying to play it cool. Well, let me operate like this. You're trying to do all these little things to win her over, when in actual reality, you're being indirect. You're not being decisive. Women love men who are confident. They're assertive. They go for what they want. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're scared of a woman, then why would that woman want you to be a part of her life? Because she thinking like, yo, if you scared of me, what's going to be like if somebody break in the crib? And I think I can sit here and admit, I think for most of my life, I was afraid of women. I can remember being in high school and just being afraid of them. You never wanted to rock the boat because you feel like you naturally feel like beauty has power, and it does if you allow it to. So when you coming from that mindset of, man, beauty controls things, naturally when you're with the woman, you're not going to want to mess it up. But the thing is, by you not wanting to mess it up, that's the very thing that messes it up. You're going to end up self-sabotaging because you don't know what you're doing. And you're sending off mixed signals to the woman because she knows you want to mess with her and you want to, do what you want to do with her. But at the same time, your actions, you're acting unsure of yourself. You're acting a little bit desperate, a little bit needy, like you need her to be your mother in a sense. Because think about it, right? When you're playing it safe, right? If you're a guy and you're playing it safe with the woman, what you're saying is you need her to lead the interaction. You know what I'm saying? But you as a man, you got to be the one to lead the interaction. You got to be direct. You got to state what you want. You know what I'm saying? And if a woman, if she likes you, she will follow. If not, adios, amigos. The thing is, we got to keep it black or white. I used to play in the gray area. So for me, I always stayed in the gray area because I didn't understand women. I didn't understand that I need to be looking at their behavior and their actions. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. There's no need in holding up to see, oh man, does this, because the reason why you playing it safe is you're trying to hold back the inevitable because you don't want the woman to you don't want her to be cut off because you fear the loss of her. Because you're like, dang, if I lose this woman, then my whole world is going into shambles. But that's not real. Your whole world won't go into shambles, because the reality of the matter is you shouldn't want a woman who doesn't want you anyway. But when you're thinking from a scarcity mindset, that's not going to make sense. And now that I think about it, another thing that I think that gets us is we hear women talk about all the dudes that did her wrong. All the dudes that did her wrong and they broke her heart and they were savages. So we want to come in and play superhero. So naturally what I did was I want to come in. I'm not going to take risk. I'm going to play it safe because I respect you so much. And there's nothing wrong with having respect. You should respect a woman's boundaries, right? But when you respect a woman so much in the sense of you want her sexually, but you don't want to show that's you self-sabotaging yourself. That's you copping out. Because the fact of the matter is that woman is getting it in. She's getting it in with somebody. You know what I'm saying? So why can't it be you? You know what I'm saying? But what you're doing is you're listening to what she's saying. Oh, all these guys, they just, all these guys, they're savages and don't care about me and all these different type of things. We hear that. And I remember hearing these things. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to play it safe. I ain't finna take no risk. But that's me being scary. Because like I said, a woman already knows if she's willing to be with you. So there's no need of playing this game of, oh, I'm going to play it safe. Because all you're going to do is make her uncomfortable and you're going to be the creep in the friend zone. That's all. That's what happened to me every single time. But let's think about it, right? People that play it safe in life, they never... It's the comfortability, right? You play it safe so you can stay within that comfort zone. But think about the people out here in life that take risk with their businesses. It's hit or miss, right? But here's the thing. With women, it's the same way, right? So with a woman, when you're direct, and I'm not saying direct like, hey, I'm trying to smash. Like, nah. You gotta play the game. You gotta go out on a date. You gotta make her laugh. You gotta have fun, enjoy yourself. You gotta do it. You have to have the right seduction process, of course. You shouldn't be telling a woman that you want to sleep with her and all these different type of things, because then the gig is up. You feel me? The point I'm trying to make is that what you gotta understand with women is it's gonna be no's and it's gonna be yeses, right? The more you get used to being direct with women and the more you get used to stacking up wins, then you don't fear that rejection, because that's at the end of the day, that's what most of us fear. We fear the losing her. We fear the rejection. You know what I'm saying? And when you're playing it safe, it's like the inevitable, because you're trying to play it safe so you can go in the back door. I'm gonna come in the friend way. You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of dudes try to do. With the better a woman looks, you're going to try to go in I'm going to try to be different than the other guys, because I know other guys try her up. If a woman wants you, she wants you to try her up. But the thing is, it's all really just a mindset, right? Because I can remember being in college and in many different situations where I'll have the woman back at my place. And in my head, I'm second guessing myself. Do I try her? Do I not try her? What do I talk about? Do I say this? Do I say that? That's me playing it comfortable. So we got to make sure that we stay out the gray area with women. You never want to be in the gray area, because the gray area is where she prosper. And for those that don't know what the gray area is when you are unsure about what to do. You're unsure. That's because you're not being direct. You're not playing it black or white. Don't be afraid to take risk with women. They need to be afraid to take risks from you, because what you got to understand is when you're confident, a lot of times women are intimidated by that, but they respect it. It's a good intimidation. A lot of times they're intimidated by it. But that's what's going on with most of us dudes. We're intimidated by the woman, so we don't want to make no moves because we don't want to rock the boat. But she should be feeling that way about you. And the only way she's going to feel that way about you is if you're confident, assertive, you're not scared of her, you're not scared to stand up for what you believe in, you're not afraid to set your boundaries, you're not afraid to correct her if she goes out of line, you know what I'm saying? So just don't be afraid, because a lot of us dudes, we may not admit it, but a lot of us, the better a woman looks, the more afraid we get, because we don't want to rock the boat because we have fear of loss. But you got to understand, at the end of the day, you should only need the person you see in the mirror. You shouldn't need anybody. You need to be self-sufficient. If a woman wants to be with you, she'll be with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you got to understand, man. If that woman wants to be with you, she's going to be with you. But if she doesn't want to be with you, don't try to hold back the inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Keep her black or white. And with that being said, that's my video for today, guys. Guys, make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I'm gone.